Hey, what is up guys, and welcome to a new video. I know it's been a long time, and I'll explain in another video where I've been, and I'll explain my situation, and I hope you guys will understand. I just want to thank everyone who subscribed in the past few months. I'm really grateful, seriously. I really didn't expect it to receive so many subscribers, and of course I want to thank all my loyal subscribers that have been there for the past over 2 years now. Anyway, this video today is about why I didn't get Battlefield 4 and actually got Call of Duty Ghosts. They were the same price, 35 euros. They were lowered in price for Christmas, and I went with Call of Duty, which is sometimes I really regretted that I got it, but when I think about it, I think it's still better than Battlefield 4. I know it sounds really weird since I have a lot of Battlefield videos on my channel. My most popular video ever is a Battlefield video, so it's pretty weird for me to say this, but I'll explain with these three reasons why I didn't get it. So reason number one is pretty obvious for me. It's that I couldn't run it properly. When I played the beta back in I think October, I think it was, I had the early access because of Medal of Honor Warfighter, and I couldn't. When I tried the beta, I also wanted to record it. I wanted to do a live stream, if you some of you may remember, and I couldn't run it on full HD, which I thought was pretty weird, since I really didn't expect it to be that different from Battlefield 3 in terms of graphics, and it really isn't that really different because I'm able to play Battlefield 3 in on high settings on full HD, and I still get pretty decent amount of frames back, but I couldn't get over 30 or 40 frames per second, and of course all the lag that was in the beta, because it's a beta, I couldn't really get high frames per second on the lowest settings on full HD, so I thought that was a bit of a drawback, and I don't know, when I have a PC game, I would like to play it on full HD and not on HD, because that really makes it different, in my opinion, and most opinions, I think. And yeah, that's why I didn't get it, mainly because of that. I know you could blame me for not getting better equipment, but I'm a bit on a budget. I'm trying to save money in case I'm gonna need it. But I might upgrade my computer in a few months. I'm not really sure. If I make a bit more money out of my work, not YouTube anymore. Sadly, I'd never made money out of YouTube, even though I get advertisement. That's basically because of the copyrights. Yeah, I know it's pretty sad. That's one of the reasons why I don't make so many videos anymore, because it doesn't really pay off if you can understand that, and not in terms of views as well. But that's another subject. So yeah, that was reason number one. I couldn't run it properly. Then we go to reason number two, is that Battlefield is what I heard and seen on YouTube from other YouTubers, is that Battlefield 4 is still kind of broken. It's still in the beta phase. It still has a lot of lag and crashes. What I've seen from Angry Joe and other famous YouTubers that raged upon this subject of having a lot of trouble with running the game properly, and with the crashes you get after you finish the game, just random crashes, and that sort of stuff is still raging on the minds of many Battlefield players, and that's also I thought it was a bit of a drawback for me as well. So I didn't want to go and spend out money on a game that was broken. I would like to have my games already set, which sadly most of them are not. But this game really did do it that bad that there's still a lot of lag and problems with the netcode on the PC, and I really didn't want to bother with any of those problems. Combined with my lower settings, I would have gotten a lot less frames per second because of this extra lag. Please, if I'm wrong, correct me in the comment section for all those PC Battlefield 4 players that think different about this. Um, so they also brought out a few patches I've heard, and nothing really changed. Some people even said it made it worse, but again, I don't know. I can't say that for sure because don't have Battlefield 4, so I can't confirm that. But yeah, I suppose that really sums it up for reason number 2. Then we go to reason number 3. Um, That's also something I experienced in the Battlefield 4 beta, is that it did really feel a lot like Battlefield 3. Mainly because, I don't know, the gameplay is pretty much the same. You have conquest, you have vehicles, you have your medic, or assault as it's called right now, support, recon, and engineer, and it's basically the same stuff all over again. So it wasn't really a big change. What I did feel, by the way, was that gun handling was a lot easier on Battlefield 4. I don't know if I'm correct in that, but when I had the assault, you got the AK some 74 or 12. I'm not really sure which weapon it was anymore, but I had the basic. I had the foregrip, red dot, and the laser sight. I think you got that as default, and I was really able to pick off people from like 300 meters distance with a bit of bursting, and I thought that was pretty weird, since it was a lot harder to do all that stuff on Battlefield 3, especially when you didn't use the M16A3, which was like super overpowered. It still is, by the way, but yeah, that was pretty weird. That it was so easy to handle. I think they probably adapted to their Call of Duty community, I suppose, to make the game a bit easier for some players and to attract more, just people from Call of Duty, which they are still doing. DICE, they really think they shouldn't try or shouldn't even bother to do that, to try to attract people from Call of Duty, the Call of Duty community. They just really should satisfy the Battlefield community for what it is. But anyways, yeah, I know they added a few things in Battlefield 4, like the diving and the shooting while you're in water, and some of the climbing animations, which I thought was pretty cool, levitation, and the elevators. Derp. That's really it, pretty much. There are some few equipments that the recon got, like the laser designator, but that stuff is already in Arma 2, so it wasn't really that cool or something. It wasn't really new. It was all kinda just a few tweaks they made to Battlefield 3. They really should have called it Battlefield 3.5, but yeah, that's just my opinion on it. Same with Frostbite 3. I really think they should have just called it 2.5. The same thing happened with Bad Company 1. It was run on in the Frostbite 1.0, basically just the first Frostbite, and Bad Company 2 really did look a lot different. It had a big change in terms of graphics, so that was really Frostbite 1.5, even though it didn't really call it, but I'd really consider it as 1.5. Like, the big difference Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 3 had, that was just so obvious that you could really call it a new Frostbite. And that's why they did that. That's why they called it Frostbite 2, but Battlefield 3 really does look a lot like Battlefield... I mean, 4 a lot looks like Battlefield 3, so I really don't see why they called it Frostbite 3. But okay. But seriously, guys, the gameplay, everything about it, of Battlefield 4 does really feel the same like Battlefield 3. I mean, it also has squads, but now up to 6. It has a lot of vehicles. It has, like I already said, a lot of vehicles, same classes, and Conquest and Rush and all the other standard Battlefield game modes. But yeah, the Levolution does seem like it has bigger, like, destruction on bigger buildings, like the skyscraper collapsing once you damaged it a lot, but it didn't seem like you could do this to other buildings, which was kind of a shame in my opinion. I mean, it would have been really cool if you could like collapse every building in the map, and but no, sadly, I was wrong. So that was kind of a shame. But what I also think, well, that something I missed from Battlefield 4 was that all the classes remained quite the same, other than the, I don't know, the Recon. I think it had the C4 again, like in Bad Company 2 and Bad Company 1, and some of those little swapping, like changes and not really serious stuff, other than the carbines being available to all the classes, rather than only the engineer, which could have been, I don't know, maybe helpful. I don't know. I haven't played it with them, and but I really wanted to see more classes. Like Battlefield 2, it had about 6 to 7 classes. Every equipment and weapon was divided into those classes. Like you had one class, it had only shotguns. The other one was Spec Ops. It had only like the modified M4A1s with ACOG and laser sight and silencers. Then you had the normal engineer, which had just a normal M4A1 with a few things on it, and just stuff like that. That would have been really cool if the equipments were given to more classes. But I suppose that people gotten lazy and they didn't really want to sacrifice the power of a few classes by giving them to other classes. If you can follow me, what I'm trying to say is, once you, for example, give the repair tool to another class, and that class only has shotguns, then people are not probably not going to use it on maps like I don't know the map. I'm just going to say a Battlefield 3 map because I don't know the Battlefield 4 maps, but they're probably not going to use it when they play Operation Firestorm or Caspian Border, because those maps are just way too wide to use those a shotgun on. So that's why they probably wanted to keep everything compact in one class, so the equipments would be used at all. But they still trick themselves, because the assaults sometimes sacrifice their medic abilities with the medic pack by using the grenade launcher, and I think it's even worse on Battlefield 4. But that sort of stuff is pretty bad. My verdict on Battlefield 4 eventually is that it's such for starters, it's such a shame that uh, that I don't have the right equipment to play the game at all on full HD. I could play it on HD, I suppose, but that's just not really the same experience, if you guys really agree with me. And also that the game is broken, so that you have the lag and the crashing, and it's such a waste. I wish this happened to Call of Duty Ghosts, because I'm gonna talk about it in another video, but it's such a shame that a good title like Battlefield got all this stuff happened to it, because Battlefield is still one of my favorite first-person shooters in the entire franchise, and I hope DICE will fix this problem, and I hope I get enough money in the future to buy new components for my PC, or just to build an entirely new PC at all. But if they don't fix it, I'm sorry guys, but I suppose then we'll have to wait for a new Battlefield, which will, I think they do it, because Battlefield 4 came after 2 years, so we're probably gonna have to wait till 2015 at the end of the year. I hope that doesn't happen, but it seems like it's gonna be that way. But yeah, that was pretty much my thoughts on Battlefield 4 and why I didn't get it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave comments if you think, if you agree with me on things, if you think different about a few things, and but remember, please, that these are reasons why I didn't get Battlefield 4. But I think most of those reasons really do match the reasons why other players didn't get Battlefield 4 as well, or why some of those players who did get Battlefield 4 regret it, because the crashing and that's broken. I think a lot of people regret that they got the game because of that reason. But yeah, so don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Also, you can dislike the video. I mean, it just is an option on YouTube. If you disagree with me on a few things, or just completely just hit the dislike button and leave a comment why you did that, and I will ban you for life. No, just joking. Everyone has a freedom of speech. I mean, that's just life, I suppose. Anyways, thank you for watching, everyone, and it's great to have a video back on YouTube. I hope you guys agree with me on that. Thank you very much for watching, and enjoy your day. Goodbye.